Hi, I'm Eddie Zubia. I have been in real estate for 30 years. My friends, family, and acquaintances ask me, how have you been successful in real estate for so many years while so many people do not make it in real estate? I had to think about it and I came up with an answer. Here's the truth about my real estate success. Real estate success is about small shifts in your thinking and in your strategy, and that which leads to shifts in how you operate your business. When I see a new person that gets into real estate, they think, hey, I want to get into real estate loans because my cousin's best friend does real estate loans and he does very well. They do not take into consideration how the real estate market is. If we're in a rising market, in a declining market, in a flat market, if we just came out of a recession, if we were just came out of a booming market, they say they want to do real estate loans and we're in a declining market, right? We're property values are declining in prices. And they say, oh, I want to do real estate loans. And they start doing real estate loans with a conventional lender or a conventional bank. A conventional lender and bank during a declining market, the guidelines get very tough. It is very difficult to do loans in a declining market with a conventional lender or a bank. On the other hand, if we're in a declining market and you work with a hard money lender, you will be successful. It will be very easy to do loans with a hard money lender in a declining market. There's no magical phrase or magical way that will give you instant real estate success. It's about small shifts. Other agents would do mailers to their farm area, send out thousands of pieces of mail. I would also do mailers. My mailers were direct response market to very targeted property owners that were motivated to sell, property owners that needed to sell their properties. I think slightly different than my competitors. When I started my own real estate business, one of my mentors told me, Eddie, if you're going to get into conventional real estate sales, only work with sellers. Focus your efforts on working with listings and sellers. I listened because my mentor was very good at what he did. My mentor was a self made multi-millionaire real estate investor. At the time, I did not understand why he said only work with listings. I wanted to work with everyone. I wanted to work with buyers, leases, investors, commercial property, industrial property. I wanted to help business owners sell their businesses and buy businesses. But when my mentor said only work with sellers, focus your efforts on working with listings and sellers, that caused a shift in my thinking. I went from working with everyone to only working with sellers or listings. I focused on working with listings. I focused on property owners that were selling their properties. I started my marketing machine to get listings. I got my very first call. It was very exciting. The first property I sold was for $103,000 in South Central Los Angeles. I did direct response mailers. I would go to the listing appointment and I got the listings. I put the property up on the MLS. My clients accepted an offer and we closed escrow in 30 days. I got paid a commission check of $3,000. It was a big income boost for me at the time. At that point, I understood why my mentor told me to only work with listings, because I got one listing, we sold the property, we closed escrow, and we had received several other offers from hardworking, good-willed agents, and they had their clients. They spent time, money, energy, and effort, and they had nothing to show for their efforts. And then I had another shift in my thinking: work with motivated sellers only. I started to learn more about real estate. I would see properties on the MLS for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. I did not want to do that. I learned that these sellers were not motivated. They wanted to sell their property for 20 to 30% above the market value. Their prices were unrealistic, and their property stayed on the market or on the MLS for a long time. Therefore, I focused my efforts on working with highly motivated property owners. I found several sources of highly motivated property owners with literally no competition. These sellers needed to sell and they needed to sell fast. They did not have time to haggle. They begged me to take their listing. They beg me to help them sell their properties. I have had a successful real estate career for the past 30 years. I have worked with the best. I started by working with two brilliant, self made real estate investors for 13 years. I have attended seminars, read books, been a member of coaching clubs. I have probably invested over $100,000 in self educating myself in real estate for the past 30 years. Another one of the invaluable tips that I learned from my mentor was to follow the real estate trends. In other words, align your real estate business with a market cycle. If the market cycle is in a rising trend or the market is in a declining trend, nothing lasts forever. When the market is rising, it's not going to keep rising forever. And at one point, the market will level and it will also start declining. When you have a successful marketing campaign going in a rising real estate market, and when you are on top of the hill, you have to tell yourself, this is not going to last forever. What is my next move going to be? I give you a bunch of real world examples of how this works so you can succeed in any real estate market, in a rising market, in a flat market, or in a declining market. I will show you how to profit from any real estate market trend. It is too much to go over into in this video, but I created a free online course that gives you the best of the best to have a successful real estate career. I will also give you several sources of real estate listings that practically have no competition. Sellers that will beg you to take their listings and sell their properties fast. I will show you how to show the property one time, create an auction effect that will generate 10 to 20 offers. Click here for the free online course, Listing Generation System.